My beloved child, come closer and let your heart be still. I know the question that keeps circling your thoughts, the quiet ache you carry when the night grows silent and your mind refuses to rest. You wonder why, if I chose you, if I set my hand upon your life, if I whispered your name before you even knew how to listen, why she is still there. You wonder why something that seems to stand in the way has not yet moved aside. I see the confusion in your spirit, and I want you to know this first. Nothing about your life is accidental, and nothing about my timing is careless. I chose you long before you understood what being chosen meant. I saw you when you were still forming, when your faith was fragile and your strength uncertain. I did not choose you because you were perfect or because you had everything figured out. I chose you because I saw what I placed inside you, the capacity to love deeply, to endure quietly, to grow even when the process feels painful. My choice of you was not impulsive, and it was not dependent on anyone else's position in your life. You ask why she is still there, and your heart tries to turn that question into doubt. But hear me gently now, her presence is not a rejection of you, nor is it proof that I have changed my mind. Sometimes what remains is not meant to replace you, but to reveal something within you. Sometimes what lingers is not there to stay forever, but to teach you how to stand firmly without needing to compete, chase, or compare. I am not unaware of the tension you feel. I see how your heart wants clarity, how you crave certainty, how you want to know exactly where you stand. But faith is not born from having all the answers laid out neatly. Faith grows when you learn to trust me even when the picture feels incomplete. If everything were resolved instantly, your spirit would not learn to rest in me, it would only learn to rely on outcomes. You think that her presence delays what you desire, but I tell you this with love, nothing that is truly meant for you can be stolen by someone else. What is from me does not slip through your fingers because of another person. If something is being held back, it is not because I am unsure, but because there is still preparation happening, within you, within the situation, and within the hearts involved. I am teaching you patience that is not passive, but powerful. Patience that does not sit in fear, but stands in trust. I am teaching you to value yourself without needing constant reassurance from circumstances. Right now, I am strengthening your identity so that when the moment comes, you will not lose yourself trying to hold on to someone else. Do not mistake silence for absence. Just because you do not hear me explaining every detail does not mean I am not working. I am moving in ways you cannot yet perceive. I am softening what needs to soften, revealing what must be revealed, and closing doors that should not remain open. Some things take time not because they are complicated, but because they matter deeply. You wonder if she is there because you are not enough. Let me speak truth into that lie right now. You are not lacking. You are growing. There is a difference. Growth often feels like waiting, and waiting often feels like rejection, but neither defines your worth. I am not measuring you against anyone else. I am shaping you according to my purpose, Sometimes I allow another presence to remain because it exposes what still needs healing. It brings to the surface insecurities you did not know were there. It challenges you to confront fears of abandonment, comparison, or being overlooked. These are not punishments, they are invitations. Invitations to let me heal what you have been carrying quietly for too long. I want you to understand something important. Love that is rushed often breaks, but love that is refined endures. If I removed every obstacle immediately, you might reach the destination, but you would arrive unprepared. I care not only about where you end up, but about who you become along the way. You do not need to compete for what I have ordained. You do not need to prove your value to earn what I already see. Rest from striving. Rest from overthinking every sign, every word, every moment. Trust that I am fully aware of your heart and fully capable of aligning what needs to align at the right time. There are conversations that must happen, realizations that must dawn, and truths that must be faced. Some hearts need time to recognize what is real and what is familiar. Familiarity can feel like love, but it is not always the same. I allow time so that when clarity comes, it comes without confusion. Do not let bitterness take root in you. Do not allow resentment to whisper that life is unfair or that I favor others more than you. Those thoughts will only cloud your vision. Instead, let this season teach you humility, strength, and deep trust. Let it teach you how to love without losing yourself, how to wait without losing hope. I am closer than you think. I am listening to every prayer you speak and even the ones you cannot put into words. I know when you feel strong and when you feel tired. I know when you tell others you are fine but inside you are questioning everything. Bring all of that to me. I am not offended by your honesty. Remember this. What is temporary should not be given permanent authority over your emotions. If something is meant to pass, do not let it define you. Keep your heart open, but guard it with wisdom. Keep your faith alive, even when answers seem delayed. I chose you, and my choice is not fragile. It does not depend on circumstances lining up perfectly. It does not depend on someone else leaving or staying. My plans for you are secure, and my timing is intentional. When the moment comes for change, it will be clear, undeniable, and aligned with peace, not anxiety. Until then, walk in confidence. Live fully in the present moment. Grow in the areas you have neglected. Strengthen your relationship with me. Let me fill the spaces where uncertainty tries to settle. You are not waiting in vain, you are being prepared with care. One day, you will look back at this season and understand why things unfolded the way they did. You will see how waiting protected you, how silence shaped you, and how my hand was guiding you even when you could not see it. Trust me with the parts that do not yet make sense. I am with you. I am for you. I have not forgotten
My beloved
you.
child, stay
What
with
is
me a
meant to
little
move
longer.
will move. Let your heart
and what is
breathe in my
meant to
words
remain
and
will
exhale
remain,
the weight you
but
have been
everything will
carrying.
happen in a way that honors
I
your
know
heart
you are
and my
tired of
purpose.
holding questions that seem to
Stay
have no
close to
clear
me,
answers,
and let my peace guard you
I
until
know
the
the quiet
revelation is
moments are
complete.
the hardest, when you replay memories, imagine outcomes, and wonder what you are supposed to do next. I want you to know that even in this waiting, you are not standing still. You are moving forward in ways your eyes cannot yet see. I see how deeply you feel things. I see how easily your heart attaches, how sincerely you hope, how fiercely you love. These are not weaknesses. They are gifts I placed inside you. But every gift must be refined before it can be fully trusted. If I gave you everything you wanted before refining your heart, the very thing meant to bless you could become the thing that wounds you. You wonder why clarity feels delayed, why the situation feels unresolved. But understand this: I am not only working on what you want, I am working on how you will hold it. I am teaching you discernment so you do not confuse attention with intention. I am teaching you patience so you do not settle for less than what aligns with your soul. I am teaching you trust so you do not cling out of fear. There are moments when you feel invisible, as if your faithfulness goes unnoticed. But hear me now: I see every quiet sacrifice, every tear you held back. Every time you chose dignity over desperation. Heaven records what people overlook. Your restraint is not weakness, it is strength under control. Do not rush me by trying to force outcomes. Do not interfere with my process by filling silence with assumptions. What I am doing cannot be rushed without losing its depth. Some things must unfold naturally so that when they do, there is no regret, no lingering doubt, no unfinished business. I am also protecting you. There are truths that would hurt you if revealed too soon. There are realizations that must come at the right time so they bring freedom instead of pain. Trust me to reveal only what your heart is ready to carry. You ask yourself whether you should keep hoping or begin letting go. But sometimes hope and surrender exist together. Surrender does not mean you stop caring, it means you stop controlling. It means you place what you love into my hands and trust me to do what is best with it. You are learning that love does not require you to abandon yourself. You are learning that real connection does not thrive in confusion. You are learning that your worth is not measured by someone's indecision. These lessons will serve you for the rest of your life. I know there are days when you feel strong and days when you feel like giving up. On the days you feel weak, lean into me. On the days you feel strong, remain humble. Both are part of your growth. Neither disqualifies you. Do not compare your journey to anyone else's. What you see on the surface of other lives does not reflect the battles beneath. I tailor every path uniquely, because every heart requires a different kind of shaping. What seems delayed for you may actually be right on time for the purpose I have prepared. Let me remind you of something important: peace is a sign. When something is aligned with me, it brings a deep, steady peace, even if it is challenging. Confusion, anxiety, and constant fear are not signs of my presence. Pay attention to what stirs your spirit and what calms it. I am teaching you to listen not just with your ears, but with your soul. Sometimes the loudest guidance comes in stillness. Sometimes the clearest direction comes when you stop asking everyone else and sit quietly with me. You do not need to fear the outcome. Whatever unfolds will not leave you broken or empty. I do not lead my children into loss without also leading them into restoration. If something ends, it will be because something better is being prepared. If something remains, it will be because it has been purified and made whole. Stay soft, but stay wise. Keep your heart open, but do not ignore what I am showing you. I am giving you discernment not to make you suspicious, but to make you secure. Security in me will keep you from being shaken by uncertainty around you. I am closer to the turning point than you realize. What feels like stillness is often the final stretch before movement. Continue to trust me even when your emotions fluctuate. Faith is not the absence of doubt, it is choosing me even when doubt tries to speak louder. Rest now. Let your heart settle. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not being replaced. You are being prepared. And when the next chapter unfolds, you will recognize my hand in every detail. Stay with me, because there is more I will reveal in time. My beloved child, listen carefully now, because I want to speak to the place in you that feels weary from hoping. I know there are moments when you tell yourself you are fine, when you distract your mind just to avoid feeling the weight in your chest. I know there are nights when you replay my promises and wonder how they fit with what you see right now. I am not offended by those moments. I am present in them. I want you to understand that waiting is not punishment. Waiting is preparation wrapped in trust. If I rushed this season, you might reach the outcome with unresolved wounds, and those wounds would speak louder than love. I am healing you in ways you cannot yet name. I am strengthening your spirit so that when clarity comes, you will receive it with peace, not fear. You are learning to separate love from attachment. Attachment says, I need this to be okay. Love says, I trust God even if this changes. This distinction matters more than you realize. I am teaching you to love without losing your grounding, to care without surrendering your identity. I see how easily your heart wants to take responsibility for things that are not yours to fix. You wonder if you should say more, do more, prove more. But hear me clearly, what is meant to recognize your value will not require you to exhaust yourself. What is meant for you will meet you with clarity, not constant confusion. There are lessons unfolding in silence right now. Silence reveals motives. Silence exposes truth. Silence shows who seeks me and who seeks comfort. Do not fear the quiet, it is doing a work that noise never could. You are not being tested to see if you are worthy. You are being trained to see what is worthy of you. This season is sharpening your discernment. You are beginning to sense what aligns with your soul and what merely excites your emotions. This awareness is a gift. Protect it. I know you sometimes feel torn between trusting me and protecting your heart. But you do not have to choose one over the other. Trusting me is how your heart stays protected. When you place your emotions in my care, I filter what reaches you and what cannot harm you. Do not allow fear to convince you that time is working against you. Time is working for you. Every delay is shaping maturity. Every unanswered question is building resilience. Every tear you release to me is watering something new within you. I am also showing you how to stand alone without feeling lonely. This is important. If you cannot feel whole in my presence, you will always look for people to complete what only I can fulfill. I want you anchored, not dependent. Rooted, not shaken. You may not see it yet, but your confidence is changing. You are no longer begging for reassurance the way you once did. You are beginning to trust your worth even when others are uncertain. This is growth. Honor it. Let go of the need to predict the ending. When you try to control the outcome, you steal today's peace. Stay present. Obedience is found in today, not in tomorrow's imagination. Ask me daily what your next right step is, and I will show you. I am aware of every emotion you suppress so you don't appear weak. But vulnerability with me is strength. Bring me your jealousy, your frustration, your longing. I already know them. When you surrender them, they lose their power over you. There will come a moment when what is unclear becomes unmistakable. It will not arrive with chaos, but with calm certainty. My beloved child, now let me seal this season in your heart with truth and peace. It will settle naturally in your spirit. I know you have carried this quietly for a long time. Trust the process that is refining you. You have tried to be strong. Remember, to be patient, not slow, to be understanding. I am precise. You have asked me again and again. I do not delay out of neglect, and sometimes all you felt was silence. What I am arranging, but I want you to understand your desire deeply now, but your destiny. My silence. Stay gentle with yourself. It was growth is happening even on days you feel working beneath the surface. I am proud of the way you are learning to wait without hardening your heart. I did not choose you halfway. That softness will one day be the very thing that blesses you deeply. When I chose you, remain close to me. I saw your future. Your capacity, let me be your constant, depth, and the way your heart longs for what is real and lasting. What you are walking through will make sense of you is settled, and when it does, it does not waver never because of another person's without purpose. Confusion, or delay, she was never there to replace you. She was never there to take what was meant for you. Her presence was allowed for a season, not as competition, but as confirmation. Confirmation of what is genuine, and confirmation of what is temporary. Some things must remain long enough to reveal their true nature. If they leave too early, you might question forever. If they stay long enough, the truth becomes undeniable. I needed you to see clearly, not emotionally. I needed you to grow strong enough to choose peace over attachment, truth over fantasy, alignment over longing. If I had moved too soon, you might have held on to questions instead of confidence. I love you too much to let you live with what-ifs. This season has been teaching you something sacred, that you are not called to chase love, prove worth, or compete for affection. You are called to be chosen freely, clearly, and fully. Anything that requires you to shrink, wait in confusion, or doubt your value is not meant to define your future. I know there were moments you felt overlooked, moments you wondered if patience meant losing. But hear me now, waiting with me never leads to loss. It leads to refinement. It leads to alignment. It leads to a peace that does not depend on circumstances. You are not behind. You were never late. You were being prepared for something that requires emotional maturity, spiritual strength, and inner stability. What I am bringing into your life needs the version of you that can stand secure, not the version that would have settled out of fear. You learned how to trust me without guarantees. You learned how to love without control. You learned how to wait without bitterness. You learned how to value yourself without constant reassurance. These lessons are priceless. They will protect you for the rest of your life. Now understand this. When I remove what is not meant to stay, it will not feel like chaos. It will feel like relief. When I establish what is meant to remain, it will not feel confusing. It will feel peaceful. My will does not come with anxiety. My direction does not come with torment. The clarity you asked for is coming, but it will come with calm, not fear. With truth, not doubt. With certainty, not questions. You will not have to interpret signs or read between lines. What is meant for you will meet you openly. Until that moment, remain anchored in me. Let me be the voice you trust above all others. Let me remind you daily of who you are and why you matter. Do not allow temporary situations to speak louder than eternal truth. I am proud of you. Proud of your restraint. Proud of your faith. Proud of the way you chose growth instead of resentment. Proud of the way you stayed soft in a season that could have hardened you. And now, as this chapter nears its close, release what you were never meant to carry forever. Release comparison. Release fear. Release the need to understand everything before trusting me. Step forward lighter, wiser, and more secure than before. I am with you.